All right, welcome back, B&T Garage. We are going to put the trans on motor number 2 and get this in the car this weekend. A couple things have happened over the last year. Motor was turboed, put it in the car, lost a bunch of the footage, a bunch of crazy stuff happened, a fire, small fire. Drove the car around for a little while, was getting it tuned, and then the boost controller failed. The original motor, this one, which was a 226,000 mile motor, hit about 16 pounds, blew a head gasket. Gasket, stretched the head bolts. So I pulled that out, that's what's sitting here now. While it's out, put a clutch in, cleaned up the transmission. That's gonna go on. This motor is from Trent Taylor. It's a 302 GT40 4-bar heads, unknown cam. We think it's probably like a B cam, X cam, so it's a letter cam, I'm sure. It's freshened up. This is gonna go in. So I'm gonna pull these headers off, get the trans and clutch put on, hopefully get stabbed in today, and then we'll start plumbing everything up. The goal is, Fox Fest is coming up. I think it's gonna be the 17th-ish. Things are just starting to open back up, 25% capacity, that kind of stuff. So I'd like to at least get this to a point where I can take a pass. I don't know if I can get it together and tuned and all that in time, but that's the goal. Just as like last year with the last Fox Fest, but last year I had a massive oil leak. This time, I think I got that fixed. I actually spent like 4 or 5 hours cleaning the bottom of the car. There was so much oil from the blown head gasket and the blow-by. It was just a total train wreck. So it's been a while, but that's what's going on. I'm gonna get better at shooting these videos, I hope. And I've got lots of time now. I've just been doing stuff around the house. So let's get this motor put in and see how it goes. Got the engine off the stand, getting ready to put the flywheel on and the pilot bearing, but I don't have a puller. I could do the bread trick, but the parts store is like 2 minutes down the road. I'm just gonna do the fucking puller real quick and just do it that way. It looks like someone went to town with a hammer on this thing last time because it beat to shit. That's all gouged out. Like, it definitely needs to be replaced, and I've got a new one. Makes no sense not to replace it. So let me get this pulled out. All right, got the puller. Let's get this thing out. I got a new rear main seal as well. There we go. All right, that's done. Take these tools back real quick, and then we'll get the rest of the stuff put on for the trans, get it mounted up, and start thinking about dropping it in the car. And then put the intake on and the exhaust and turbo and wire it up, and we're done. It's just that easy. A couple hours. All right, be right back. That was kind of a cluster. Got the flywheel clutch installed, aligned. Had a problem with one of the dowels on the pressure plate, I guess, but had to ream it out just a little bit because it got all jacked up. Had to take it off, put it back on, fix it. It's all lined up. Hopefully it works fine. Everything's torqued down. Got thread sealer on the crank, the flywheel, so we're good there. Lower it down, put the transmission on, bolt that up, and then we're gonna try sticking it in. That's what she said. sure this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try to put it in there with the trans attached. You could scream at your screen and call me a moron. We'll see if it works or not. I have a really strong suspicion I'm gonna have to disassemble again. Remove the transmission, slide it underneath, and then put the engine and then attach it, but we'll see. I'll try it this way first. What's the worst that happens? It doesn't go in? Whatever. All right, let's try it. Well, it's at an angle because I got to put the trans support up in. I had to take the shifter off to get it in, but it does go in. I got to repaint that real quick. It got scratched right here, but it's in. That's good. That's half the battle. Gonna put the motor mount nuts on, and then put the shifter back on. Get it all where it's supposed to be. Put the drive shaft in, and then yeah, it's in. Boop, boop. Intake on, the grounding wires on, starters in, wired. I gotta find another ground point for the battery. It used to go like right here on the block. This is this is obviously a different timing cover. It still works, but it had a mechanical fuel pump that obviously this is fuel injected, so it doesn't have that, but I lost my grounding points. I'm gonna have to run a ground somewhere else. More than likely, I'll probably just run it along this and run it to this other ground over here. Got to run the wiring for the injectors, do all of that, put the upper on, and then I think I'm going to call it a day. I've got a huge mess in here I've got to clean up. Today, restaurants are opened up. While we're not going to go to a restaurant today, we are going to get margaritas and probably sit in the pool because it's hot. And a lot of work for today, I think. There's gonna be a bunch of DEI heat reflecting in here. I gotta do a different catch can system. What do you guys think? Chrome? Or I'll paint those a different color, but I'm thinking chrome again, and I've got the AN fittings for it. And I've also got double catch cans, so I'll probably run those. I'll plug one side, and then just do that. And I gotta get a plug for the back of the intake. PCV is still open to atmosphere. I need to, down here. I need to plug that. I had a plug, I can't find it. I don't know what the hell I did. Actually, maybe it's up here. So I've got the intake mocked up. The injectors are all plugged in. I obviously have to put the valve covers on first, so that's gonna come off. But just making sure everything's in there. Got a fuel pressure gauge on, it's a BBK. But I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that my downpipe is gonna hit that. So I gotta figure that out. I may have to do something there, like a 90 or something. And then I'm thinking that I'm gonna put the underdrive crank pulley on because I remember that one was really close to touching. And if I put this little one on over here, this guy, I'll get much more room. And that's significantly smaller. I've got the other pulley over there on the old motor. That's all I'm doing today. I cleaned up. I haven't cleaned, I still have dirt in the back of my head. But the motor's in, tranny's in. That was my goal for today. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Stick around. Watch me get the rest of this together, and hopefully I don't blow it up or get a fire again. And I would like to at least get a pass at Ennis when we do the Fox Fest or before then. So yeah, stick around and watch the videos. Until next time, deuces.